Jury deliberations have started at the trial of Sean Diddy Combs after more than 6 weeks of testimony. During that time, the jury heard from 34 witnesses, including multiple former girlfriends of the music mogul. The CBC's Jennifer Yoon joins me now live from outside the courthouse in New York. So Jennifer, this has been a long trial. Walk us through the details of how we got here.
Yeah, a long trial, and the end is near. As you said, the jury just walked into the deliberation room, and they're going to be deciding if Sean Diddy Combs, the man who once dominated the music industry, produced big names like Mary J. Blige and the Notorious B.I.G. or Biggie, will spend the rest of his life behind bars. The government is accusing Sean Combs of sexual trafficking of 2 women, Cassandra Ventura, who is also known as Cassie. She's an R&B singer and used to be a longtime former girlfriend of his, as well as another woman testifying publicly only under the name Jane. The women told similar stories, that they felt forced to take part in these sexual marathons that were drug-fueled, sometimes lasted for days, and that were unpleasant, sometimes resulted in infections. And they felt like they had no other choice because they felt threatened that he might lay hands on them, be violent to them, or that he might punish them in some other way through taking away their means or their home. The prosecution also alleges that Diddy is also moved these women, made them travel for the purpose of prostitution, and they're also charging him or trying to charge him with racketeering. That's a piece of criminal law usually often used to put away mafia dons. And in this case, it is essentially the government's story is that Sean Combs used his huge business empire and all the subsidiaries around his record label, the entourage, his personal assistant, everyone that he hired to help carry out and cover up not just sex trafficking, but a number of other crimes as well, including bribery, forced labor, and drug distribution, among others. The defense denies all this. They say, yes, there was violence. If this was a domestic violence case, he would be guilty, but the statute of limitations has run out. This is not sexual trafficking, and these women participated willingly, and that's the story that the defense is giving. And at this point, you're really at a point where none of the lawyers, Sean Combs, nor his many lawyers, nor the prosecution, they can't do anything. The evidence has been read, the witnesses have testified and been counter-examined. Throughout the closing, throughout the day, as the judge gave the jury instructions, you could see Sean Combs looking intently at the jurors, his lawyers looking intently at the jurors, because it really is up to those 12 men and women of the New York jury to decide the fate of Sean Diddy Combs.
And now we know that the jury is deliberating, as you suggested. What happens next?
What happens next is that we wait. The verdict can come in a matter of days, weeks. You can guess, I can guess, but the truth is we don't know. What we do know is that the judge asked the jury to keep some key things in mind as they deliberate. One of them is the fact that the burden of proof is on the government, so we can presume that Sean Diddy Combs is innocent, and it's up to the government to have made the case and proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he is guilty. Another thing that they'll have to consider is the credibility of witnesses. When Cassie testified, when Jane testified, those are emotional testimonies, and the jurors will have to think about whether they believe them when they say that they were forced, or if they believe the defense's story that these were women who participated willingly.
For the latest on this, that is the CBC's Jennifer Yoon in New York.